Today we are going to be recapping and reacting to a bunch of things a lot of the internet has been talking about on the Explore page in this last little while. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's get started with CDON answering the age-old question, what's harder, streaming or a 9 to 5? The answer to this is very, very simple, but let's hear what she has to say.
Some jobs are much harder than streaming. There are some jobs where I think streaming is harder, but having had experience as a nurse, I think that that is one of the harder jobs that you can do. The 9 to 5 versus streaming debate, like, sure, can be a debate, but nursing, like, hell no, streaming is not harder than nursing.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, is no matter what your job is, so many people are just going to say, like, oh, of course my job's harder. I work, like... I'm sorry, I'll just admit it, my job's pretty easy, but streaming is also easier than the job that I do. It's a problem because we've had this conversation before. It is so underestimated by the public. That's not really the right word that I'm looking for. It's underappreciated by the public, and the public doesn't know exactly how much work goes into streaming and content creation and things like that. But is it harder than going to your regular 9 to 5? Absolutely not. The vast majority of jobs are nowhere near like the level of easiness that streaming is, but I do appreciate how much time, effort, and dedication goes into streaming. It's just one's clearly harder than the other.
Nursing was so hard. It's physically demanding, it's emotionally demanding, and shout out to all the nurses out there. It is truly difficult.
I thought we were gonna get a little bit more into it, but I mean, like, we're not gonna dog on anybody out here, but obviously it was just hey, look at me. I'm a nurse type thing. That was the entire point of that video. In my opinion, 9 to 5 is harder because you're building someone else's dream, not your own. You know, that's a good way to put it, to be honest with you, and a lot of times you're getting less money. If you are at a point where streaming where you actually can do it full time and compare it to a 9 to 5, then you're making probably better money than you would at a 9 to 5. A lot of times, unless you like went really, really early when you shouldn't have. Roberto Blake had this to say: nursing, no. Retail, yes. Hard labor, no. Admin work, yes. Marketing, same or harder. Not all 9 to 5 jobs are equal. Most people saying it's easier than 9 to 5 worked a hard 9 to 5 or had bosses that they hated. People who know they did what are called BS jobs, no, streaming and content creation is harder. It is also about the definition of harder. Some people mean enjoying this thing more. Other people mean this has more complexity and requires more ability than talent. If you do advanced streaming or have to include a lot of hardware or software when you're streaming, you could walk in and do the job of 80% of working people. However, 80% of working people can't walk in or set up or run our own stream. So people need to be specific as to what they mean. This is more enjoyable to do or more technically difficult to do. That I understand where Roberto Blake is coming from this, and there is a little bit more to break down the conversation, but what most people mean when they talk about like whether or not streaming is harder, it means like what actually is harder to do. You know, you have to like make yourself get up and go about your day. What's harder? People aren't talking about the actual difficulty of jobs. That's not what they're talking about. It's like, okay, because a lot of the conversation gets put back to, okay, if you're going to 9 to 5, you have to wake up early, you have to take care of the kids, or like whatever point you are in your life, you have to make your lunch, you have to go to work, you have to stay there all day, you have to commute home, and then you're too tired, and then you have to go to bed. That's the type of thing that people are comparing it to, and streaming in that case is not comparable. People miss the bigger picture here, someone else had to say. Most 9 to 5s have wages and guaranteed take-home pay. Why don't people post about the people who haven't made it as a streamer and are living comfortably whatever they are doing? Why do the clips of this question usually feature someone who is living comfortably? Why not ask the vast majority of people who are streaming ungodly hours to no income return or audience, stuck creatively and don't know what to do to garner more support? Even clips, etc. has just turned into a vast cavern of regurgitated footage where it is hard to stick out. Yes, ask those questions, I'm sure they'll give you a different answer. The mental toll on someone who is failing spectacularly regardless of how much time they put in. Such a stupidly loaded question, in my opinion. Of course, you ask a successful person in this space and they will say it's easier. Why not ask the people who haven't? Even the people trying to stick out, even the people like at this point right now, I'm making decent money from YouTube, but I'm making nowhere near the amount that I'm required to be able to do this full time. I will still, and I've gone on record, depending on whether or not you follow this channel, I run 6 channels, posting pretty well every single day along with streaming. I would take this, and this is infinitely easier than going to my 9 to 5, which is an easy 9 to 5 to do. It's not comparable. I am doing everything that I can possibly do to stick out right now. I am thinking, I am grinding, YouTube is consistently on my mind. I will take this over actually going into work. It's a ridiculous comparison, man. She's about to say streaming, isn't she? Every streamer swears talking to chat for 3 hours is harder than working 8-hour shifts under fluorescent lights. Dude, that's so true. There's a difference, too, between streamers and the content creators, because the people who are, like, have made it a little bit. They're sitting down talking to chat, and then you have to watch them upload a video. How about, I'm tired? It's so ridiculous. Some of these people have become so out of touch, it's insane to me. Could you imagine being tired, dude? If I had to sit down and talk to a bunch of people who were eager to talk to me all day, oh my god, that's so difficult. What a difficult way to go through your life. I'm tired. I guarantee you, and the people that are burnt out too, I will play Fortnite until the end of time if it means that can be my career. And I will be happy doing so. Something that you guys will never see from me in a million years, because I wholeheartedly expect to become one of the biggest YouTubers of all time. You will never see an I'm tired video. You will never see an I'm burnt out video. None of it. It's not going to happen. I will be grateful for the opportunity. It's unbelievable how out of touch some of these people have been, man. But let's continue on over to the next topic over from Drama Alert over here. Alleged food delivery driver picks food off the ground and puts it back in before delivery. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't even see that part fall out. I was looking at the pizza. Hang on. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Dude, I don't understand why people would do this nowadays with, like, pretty well everybody having cameras at their door. I will never really understand that. He scrapes it out with his foot, too. Man, that's just straight up somebody who just does not care at all. 5-second rule, bro. It's fine. Oh. Hey, you know what? If you want to live your life with the 5-second rule, fine. Whatever. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Deathwitch had this to say, spoiler alert, this happens in the kitchens of the restaurants you eat at. You just don't get a cool ring camera. Yeah. The spit happens. Dude, I worked with a guy, and I could be outspoken about it all I want. You know what? I'll say this. And I was a little worker. There's nothing that I could do about it, okay? Back in my McDonald's days, I once worked with a guy, if the customer pissed him off, he would take the hamburger patty, he would throw it on the ground, he would step in it, and then make your burger. And there was another manager that we had who there was an actual rat in the not the fry vat, the fry fridge before they end up getting cooked, just munched on them all, served every single one of those fries. I can't imagine what happens in other kitchens if that's the experience that I had, and just like mice everywhere in general, man. Like, and I worked at a Tim Hortons as well. It's the same thing. There are mice everywhere. It's just there's very few actual respectful people that really want to care about taking care of your food, man, because people don't want to be there. People don't care. People get burnt out. Honestly, I feel bad for him. One of the only drivers that actually uses a bag and he drops a single container. I'm honestly not even mad he just dropped it. Just don't put what fell out back, and otherwise we good. Why would you feel bad for somebody like that? Why would you feel bad for somebody dropping your food? It's one thing to make a mistake. Hey, I dropped your food. Yeah, it happens. It happens. People make mistakes. I'd be understanding about that. I'd be disappointed, but people make mistakes. I'd look for a refund from like Uber Eats or whatever he ended up getting it from. But to put it back in the container, that is crazy. I would never do that to somebody in a million years, and I wouldn't feel bad for him. Why would you feel bad for him, man? Let's continue on over to non-aesthetic things over here. This hotel in China sends a dancing girl with your meal. All right. Let's see what this is about. Oh, that same song, eh? That must be so awkward. Dude, you know what I want to know? Because, like, the culture, depending where you're watching this video from, I'm over from the West. The culture over in the East, like, I'm talking about, like, the areas around China, Japan, it's just a lot better than over here. I wonder if these people still, like, cringe out when these types of things happen. Because if that happened over here, it'd be like, what the hell are you doing? It's kind of weird. Or if the worker's, like, happy to do it. I don't know. Like, the culture is so different. Like, you see all of these different things going on in China. I don't know if this is weird or not. You know, is this a very specific niche restaurant? Like, oh, it's a hotel. Sorry. Is this a very niche hotel where it's like, oh, cool, that's what we're getting? I don't know. I would love to know if anybody could shed some light in that in the comments over here. Someone said, did they do room service? I'm asking for a friend. All right. Yeah, you know what? Some places I'm sure that they do room service. The way I would be so annoyed, fuck is you dancing around my chicken wings for? I'm sure that you probably know about it. Or is it on the menu? Hey, for like an extra $2, hey, can you send the dancing girl with my meal too? It's a little bit strange, but I wouldn't want to be singled out like that. It's kind of like having a happy birthday dinner, man. Let's circle over to Yoxic over here. Never seen a human chase water with soda? Ew. Okay, so he drank his water. Could you imagine? I'm not somebody who's just gonna dog on Asmongold, and I don't know too much about him. I just know that he, like, lives in a dirty area. Okay, so I mean no, like, personal attacks when it comes to this. But there's an issue if you're, like, cringing after drinking some water. There's an issue with your health there.
Ah, that's better.
Wow.
Wow. Who the fuck drinks this shit?
Oh my god.
Yeah, just,
How could you not like water? That's unbelievable. Dude, your body is so out of whack if that's happening to you. That's absolutely insane. The same kind of human that has like 6 bottles of A1 steak sauce right next to his desk. Oh no. That's not normal. Dude, there is nothing but my one mug over here on my desk. I have a pretty large desk too. Like, I don't understand how people have any sort of food at their desk whatsoever. Did he just smell the water and chase it with soda? Insane work. Crazy. I know, yeah. I mean, you can check on your water, but chasing it with pop. That's crazy, man. He's a multimillionaire with talent agency. Yeah, that's true too. Why? I have no explanation for this. Hire somebody to clean up. That's a good point. I didn't even consider that. Excuse me if you could hear my notification over there. That's absolutely insane, man. But let's continue over to Drama Lord over here. I've seen this. Uterus watching. Pokemon attacks people for uterus watching her.
You know, people who come in and they're like, why don't you have kids yet? Stuff like that. Someone said I'm pushing 35. That's 6 years away. And I find it really odd because I don't think there's an issue with not even wanting kids. But I actually want kids. Why are you... Okay, how about this?
You can just tell she's getting... You know what? To be fair, she rage baits and asks for this type of stuff way too much. But on the other side of the coin, it's gotta be annoying that no matter what you say, people are replying with this and talking about your eggs being expired. No, like... I'm surprised she hasn't had, like, a major crash out yet.
No, the term pocket watching, when you're paying too much attention to what someone else is spending their money on, it's kind of like uterus watching.
It is weird. It's super weird. Like, I could care less about whether or not Pokimane has kids. But of course, it's just people looking to get a reaction out of her, right?
Pussy watching. Why do you care if there's a baby in my uterus?
But here's the problem with this too, is she's talking about this like, oh yeah, nice job, Pokemon, you really showed them. What are you uterus watching for?
Shouldn't you like go get a partner and worry about their uterus? You know, people who...
I mean, they're just gonna come back and say, Pokemon, you should get a partner and worry about your uterus. I'm not saying that's okay. That's just what's gonna happen. You're not gonna escape it. You might as well not acknowledge him. Like all that... You know all that drama that just happened with Nick 830? You might not even know about it. It's because the guy didn't even acknowledge it, and eventually people ended up giving up. Who came up with the term uterus watching? I know, right? It's such a weird thing to talk about. Someone said the morning after. Dude, I'll still, like, stand on it. It's not, like... This also isn't the dig that people think it is. Yeah, did she look different? Yeah, but it's like, it's not the biggest deal in the world, man. The pressure's getting to her. And again, if she doesn't want kids, she doesn't want kids. It's just, she's obviously getting a little bit ticked off about it. But again, understandably so. Someone else said disgusting behavior. People will say she's too old to be online. Then people will say she's too old to get married or have kids at her age. If she had a baby at 25, she would have been labeled as and gross because she's a mom at 25. No matter what, people will shame her for whatever they want. It's gross. Stop. Okay. Who the hell shames anybody for having a baby at the age of 25? That's like the proper time to have a kid biologically. You could even argue a little bit before that, but 25 is like the perfect time to have a kid. 25 is the perfect time to start a family. So, I mean, like, I still do think it's disgusting behavior with the way that people treat women online, but there's nothing wrong with, like, nobody would have dogged her for having a baby at 25. Let's circle over to Sophie Rain. People have been talking about Sophie Rain for a while. I've seen this. I am giving out money to help those in need this week during the government shutdown. If you or anyone you know needs assistance this week, please drop payment method down below so I can lend a helping hand. And I guess she has a video going along with this. I didn't see the video, but I've seen her giving away money supposedly.
With the government shutdown still being in effect, I realize that there's still a lot of families struggling out there, especially with the SNAP funding being paused. And I used to live off food stamps, so I get it. I've been in that position before. I'm very grateful for how far I've come, and it's only because of you guys, so I would love to use my privilege to give back. This week,
are you guys really buying this? Are you guys really buying this crap? Like, I get it. She posted some screenshots. I've seen it. She sent some random people some PayPal. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm gonna be paying for people's
Hey, you know what? Here's $50, random guy, but I'm gonna contribute to the downfall of society and be one of the biggest top models doing so.
groceries. If you or someone you know needs a little bit of help, drop Cash App, Venmo, PayPal down below in the comments, and I will be picking people throughout the week.
But this is the problem too with this entire thing, man, because now I look like a dickhead for talking about this. It's kind of like what everybody has a problem with Mr. Beast. Like, at the end of the day, I guess people are getting helped. But the problem is with Sophie Rain is she's damaging her and what she does is damaging so many men beyond repair. It's unbelievable. But then again, you can have the same argument where it's like, get mad at the system, don't get mad at the individual. At least she's doing something nice with some of her money. What does she have, like 100 million? I'm not saying she has to give any of it away. She doesn't have to do any of it. I'm not saying to give more away. It's just so obviously like, hey, look at me and how nice I am, and people don't call me an SLUT anymore. I don't know how people are seeing through this, man, but I can guarantee you yep. I was about to say these are the types of comments that you're going to get. Not all heroes wear clothes. People are really, really happy with Sophie Rain lately, man. Give to food banks or local charities. No way to verify if I was struggling mom or just wanted an Xbox. It's your money, though. Good PR either way. She did reply saying, I did that last month and donated over $100,000. Just wanted to try something new this time. Yeah, I mean, again, she doesn't have to do anything with her money. She can keep her money, but I just shake my head at these types of things, guys. That's all I do, man. We know that you did this so you could play gimmick account. You could pay gimmick accounts to post about it as if they were actual news. They all just decided to post organically. You were using this as an opportunity to grift. You will pay. Someone said you will pay. All right. But all right, we're over here back to Pokimane, I guess. Pokimane gives her chat some real advice on how to handle breakups and actually move on. I haven't seen this video, but I saw people talking about this video.
But it's coming for you, okay? So don't fret. And just know it's going to be okay. I actually, throughout my whole life, whether it was a boy in high school or a boy now, I have one major tip for breakups, and it's a bit more of a
Oh my god, we're 20 seconds in. Now, dude, I swear to god, my brain's not fried by dopamine over here, but, like, get to the point.
Logical tip. It's not like a focus on yourself, go to the gym. Everybody
Man, we are already off to a phenomenal start with this one, eh?
hears that shit. Okay, let me tell you a tip that, like, you're gonna feel like you're mind controlling yourself a little bit, okay?
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
It's a practice called noting. And basically what it means is, you know, when you go through a breakup and, like, you can't stop thinking about them. You're like, oh, I'm so depressed, and I wish this, and I wish that, and I wish I did this, and I wish they did that, and blah, 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 blah.
She cracked out today? What the hell, man? What am I watching?
As soon as you feel good about yourself, as soon as you laugh, as soon as something good happens, take note. Like, literally think to yourself, be like, oh, I just laughed, and for the last 5 minutes, I don't know, I was looking at some funny TikToks, and I didn't think of them. Like, think really hard and be like, oh, wow.
Now, you know what? A lot of people like to... I thought when she was going to start talking about noting, I thought they were going to get into journaling. Apparently, that's, like, majorly helpful for a lot of people. I'm somebody who's doing everything that he can right now to self-improve, and I have never even wanted to try journaling. I can't see how it helps. So if I'm not, like, for journaling or anything like that, I can't imagine that it'd be for a mental note.
That happened, and I forgot about them. And something about that just solidifies.
I don't know. Doesn't it, like, make you start thinking about that again? Wouldn't you rather enjoy the... I'm not disagreeing with this. I'm just saying, wouldn't that make you just start thinking about them again?
This new mindset of yours, and I find that works so well. And then you'll keep going back to this place, and you note it, and you're like, wait, I can feel better. Wait, I can laugh. Wait, I can be happy. I can blah, blah, blah. And before you know it, there's more of those moments than the sad ones.
I feel like the right thing to do is just to let time take its place. Time will heal, like, I mean, I don't want to say all wounds, but it'll heal wounds like something like a breakup. I don't imagine sitting down and thinking about it, which would trigger extra thoughts, would be of really any help. A little bit of a weird video there, but I guess anything that she says ends up going viral, right? 30-year-old talking like she's 14. Somebody said that's one of the top replies to it with 11,000 likes on that one. Holy, she's okay. I guess this is the big takeaway from that entire clip, dude. People are just riding her more than ever nowadays, man. Someone said, like, oh, okay, hang on. There is something to be said about this, though. It's very, very simple and old advice. Like, you know when your dad would tell you growing up to never listen to anybody who's not doing any better than you? Of course, when it comes to a streaming career, obviously she's doing better. But when it comes to family or anything like that. I don't really know if that's anybody that I want to take advice from, getting over breakups and things like that, man. Oh boy. We are definitely not going to be commenting on that one right there. And let's continue on over to the next clip over here. Rakai, I'm not familiar with who this is, landed a bouquet of flowers, or handed, excuse me, to a random stranger at Walmart, and he already said he paid for it as they were leaving the store. Dude, I feel so bad for the people receiving these flowers, but I've seen these clips before. I can't help but really like them. Oh no, oh no.
Have a beautiful day.
You too.
I got it for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, she's so appreciative too.
God bless you.
Did you already pay for them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, thank you.
All right, have a good day. God bless you.
All right, bye-bye.
Oh no. Is the alarm gonna go off? Is the alarm gonna go off? Oh, he's out of there. Dude, just the fact that he's running away would make me put those down, to be honest with you. But I guess nothing happened. There's no alarm or anything went off. I guess he could just get away with that. Dude, it's one of those things that you just know is horrible. You feel bad for everybody. But at the same time, you can't help but find it funny, man. Someone said, not gonna lie, what a little shit. I guess you could say there a little bit, eh? But let's continue on to non-aesthetic things. A 5'3" man next to 6'11" Anna Smrek. I'm not familiar with who this is. That is absolutely insane. That is a very, very, very unusual picture, I will say. Let's see what a couple people had to say about this. I already know this is definitely someone's kink. Oh, dude. 100%. There's always the guy. Hard pass for me, which is true, but it's always like, I don't know, there's always someone that has to prove it. To be fair, he is wearing swimming trunks. Hang on, I don't think I even noticed that. Hang on. I guess so, eh? Little bit of an, oh no, but I guess, is she wearing a swimsuit too? I don't even know, man. But if you guys want to keep watching some videos like this, check out this video on screen. I'd love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.